Hi everyone. I tried to go live twice, but there are major issues with the internet right now, and I could not maintain the connection to stay live. So what I've decided instead is I'm recording as always, and I will post it on YouTube as well as Facebook. And what you can do is whatever questions you had in mind which you wanted to ask me in the live video, just comment below, and I will come back and reply. In case I'm not able to come live, I'll just reply in comments, or I'll try to take it up in another video. But I'm really sorry, but I really tried to come live, but there are issues with the network currently. So this is what I have to say. This video is basically talking about everything that is going on, because as I mentioned, a lot of you clients, a lot of you subscribers have contacted me with questions. Some of you have asked me for predictions. So firstly, I want to thank everyone for remembering me, for relying on me, for trusting me that I'm there and I'll give you some guidance. I'm truly grateful. Thank you very much. As always, I love my clients. But at the same time, if you're my client, if you've associated with me in the past, you would also know that the way I work is very different. I'm not someone who you'd come to and say that, I'm very scared, give me a reading. And I'll say, yeah, come, you're scared, let me give you a reading, give me money and I'll make you feel better. That is not how astrology is practiced, and that is not how it should be practiced. I'm here. If you're worried and you'll come to me, I'll likely speak to you, or I'll rather communicate with you on chat and tell you give you some advice. But I'm not here to make money out of your fear. So I had many people say, can you please give a reading for corona? We are willing to pay. We want to know if we'll get the virus or not. So to answer all those who are going crazy, must have contacted other people, if contacted me, there must be people doing readings for it also. Now understand firstly, what is coronavirus? It's just a viral fever, right? Now it's just a viral fever which we have not successfully managed to treat. We cannot guarantee the treatment, right? It could be treated or it may not be, depending on your immunity. So there's a possibility that if you're weak, as such in general, that you may die during the suffering of coronavirus. Otherwise it's just a viral fever. Now when you say that, okay, I want to know, am I going to get it, I'm worried about it, what if I get it? Let me ask you something. If you had to die, is it going to be only coronavirus? You could just be sleeping and not wake up the next morning, right? You could be walking down the road and just die in an accident, or you could suddenly have a heart attack or die. So what is the guarantee that you're not going to die? The moment you're born, one thing is decided, that one day you will die. That is the only thing that you can be certain about in life, that eventually at some point of your life you will die. So then are you going crazy trying to find out when am I going to die? So am I going to get coronavirus translate into saying, am I going to die anytime soon? Well, then should I start predicting about death? Is that my job? Should you be asking about your death? Is that how you should be living your life? So sit down, take a deep breath, understand what is going on. Currently, whatever is happening is highly karmic. Now, if you remember my 2020 predictions, at the beginning of the year, I had sat down with the charts for the entire year. My predictions were highlighted. I gave them in writing. I gave them in a video. You can check it out on my Facebook page and my YouTube channel. I started with the heading saying, a year you cannot ignore. A year which is going to be really powerful. A year which is filled with change. So why were you not prepared? You thought I'm just talking. No, I don't just talk, right? I categorically told you things will change and you can't do much. You have to flow with it. It's a very powerful year. The planets are chaotic. It's going to be world over chaos. Check out the video, check out the predictions. And then sit down and say, okay, this is where we are. Start with acceptance. Yes, it's happening. Yes, it's hard, no doubt. But you can't do much about it. And feeling scared is pointless, because like I said, death is an eventuality which is going to happen. So in that case, you should anyway be living in fear all the time, because eventually you'll die one day and no one knows when. We are assuming it will happen later, but no one knows for sure. So then if you're not scared generally, why would you be scared now? Be cautious, be careful, but don't be scared. Now what else is happening right now in the environment is the planets are very, very chaotic. I've when in the written article I've explained some of the positions. There's Jupiter and Sagittarius, there's Saturn and Capricorn. I'm talking sidereal positions only. Everything is knitted between the nodes. It is a time which is going to cause chaos. It is a time which is very, very karmic. Now, look at it. Look at what is happening. Here's a disease that is out to get the human beings. Animals are fine. Birds are fine. So, apart from the human beings, the rest of the environment is just fine. Nothing's going wrong with them, right? Their day and their nights are fine. Their life is going on. In fact, because we are chaotic and we are confined suddenly, the rest of the environment is breathing in peace. So understand that what is happening with us is caused by us. How long have we heard this? I've heard it all my life. Take care of the environment, take care of the environment. How long have you heard people say, being vegetarian is a choice? Why can't you not follow it? What is the need to kill other animals and eat? Is it really required? Can you at least cut down? But have we done anything as a human race? I'm not saying me, you, countrymen, other countries. It's not even about that. As human beings, what have we done to the environment? Have we been like children looking after the Mother Earth? Have we been responsible? Have we even been kind to each other as a species? Forget everything else. Look what all we do to each other. Look at the crime rates, see the rapes that are happening, and brutal ones. If we can't even be kind to each other, how are we going to be kind to the universe? Right? So during this time, sit down and think about this. This is what the universe wants you to do. That re-evaluate where you are heading. Re-evaluate what you have done. Sit and face the result of what you have done, because it's absolutely karmic what is happening. We have created so much of havoc in the environment that now the environment is throwing it right back at us and we don't have a choice. And now we're saying, oh my God, why is it happening? Well, you caused it, because everything is karmic. Everything has a cause and effect. So sit. This is the time. As an individual level, sit down and say, as a human being, as an individual, from now onwards, what can I do to change? Now, change can be in terms of your lifestyle, which is a physical environment change. Being careful with what you do to the physical environment, your water, your earth, your pollution levels, that's one thing. The second thing is your vibrational level. At this point, what are you doing? It's already chaotic. It's already full of negativity. It's already crazy. You're adding to it. You're sitting and saying, oh my God, the government's crazy. This is bad. Everything is bad. I hate everything. The following person is responsible. That country is responsible. That leader is responsible. What are you doing? And then sitting down and probably drinking or smoking up or smoking or crib. Do some sort of, some sort of substance to make you high. Then crib. Is this what life should be about? So my dear, high time. Sit down. Forget everything. Put everything aside. This is not about governments. This is not about countries. This is about the human race in general. And you want to make a change, start with yourself. Change your attitude. Stop cribbing to start with. Start saying, thank you God, that all the while the earth has served me. That I've always had the freedom to go out and do what I want. Currently you can't, because you've lost it. But you've had it, you've taken it for granted. Say, thank you God, I've had the freedom to get in my life what I wanted all this while. And I'm sorry that I have not understood the value. And that I take an oath from now on, I am going to make a change. I am going to think positive. I am going to be grateful. I am going to be loving. I am going to be peaceful. These 4 things should be your affirmation as an individual. Start tonight, start today, start now. You want the world to come back to normalcy, long-term peace, prosperity again. Trust me, it's already too late. The universe is giving you signs. It's not even me. It's not even people. It's the universe telling you it's high time. So it's a wake-up call now. So start changing the way you think. Start changing. Automatically the way you think will change. Then automatically the way you live will start changing. Because what we think, what we feel, translates into our actions, translates into our lives. So please, instead of asking me, am I going to get coronavirus? Ask yourself, why have I caused this in my life? What has caused it? And think of what I am saying and start making the change. Now, in terms of predictions, uh, yes, the planets are quite chaotic. Month-wise predictions, go on my channel, check out the 2020 yearly predictions. You have everything there. If you have questions, comment, I will reply. I see every comment, I reply to everything. For now, by the time it's second week of April, between 12th and 15th and 16th, around that time, some form of normalcy would be back. Sun will go into Aries, there'll be some changes happening. So you will somewhat start feeling a little bit of normalcy in your life again. However, as I had mentioned in my 2020 predictions, and I'm going to say it again, this is going to be short-lived. You have between 4 to 6 weeks, most of April, most of May, that's about it. June, July, August is going to be world over chaos again. So you're getting a breather time, correct yourself, do what you can during this time, safeguard yourself as much as you can, and get ready for the next 3 months, because it's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to be coronavirus, it could be anything else. Maybe there's going to be just chaos around, maybe there's going to be economy issues, but there's going to be something. 3 months are tough. There's going to be Saturn going retrograde, there's Jupiter going retrograde. It's not great, it's not a great time. It's again a very, very karmic time. If you've been nasty, well, be prepared to receive the fruit of it now. You want to start correcting it, sit down from today, say I'm sorry for what I have done, start chanting and start correcting yourself, and maybe the coming months will be, calmer for you or easier for you. But 2020, like I said, is all about change. Change always starts with disruption. How can you change something without changing what is already there? Is it possible? If you want to redo your house, you have to get up, everything has to be removed, and then you put the new stuff, right? You can't just sleep into the new stuff. So currently we are getting into the new stuff. It's going to happen. And I had predicted this earlier as well, that 2020 is all about change. Well, the change has started. So start making the change here if you want it to be easier. Else it's going to feel hard. There are a lot of people who are going through anxiety right now. They're feeling panic attacks. It's the energy in the environment. If you're sensitive to energy, if you do any form of energy work like I do, then you're going to feel it more. You know how it is during an eclipse? How's the energy during a heavy, major, total solar eclipse? How does it feel? The day kind of feels heavy. It feels like a pause. It feels like things are still around you. That is what you're feeling, a lot of you are feeling right now, isn't it? Because the energy is similar. It is like that. It feels like an eclipse at many levels. So what can you do? Physical level. Keep your house clean. Do agarbatti, dhoop, sage, loban every day. Cleanse the air in your house. Take raw salt, which is called jada namak in Bombay. It's called mota namak in up north. I don't know what they call it in the south. You probably get it 10 rupees a kilo or something. Buy that, put it in glass bowls, 2-3 places around your house. Change it every 4-5 days or 10 days. Replace it, throw the old, put the new. It will help clean the energies that are currently collected in the house. Do deep breathing every night or twice a day. Play mantras in your house, no matter what your religion. Make sure there's some amount of chanting. Play music in your house. These vibrations, change the vibrations. Now what happened in India at 5 o'clock today is people came out, they clapped, they were ringing bells. Some people had the the gongs, the Buddhist gongs. What happened with it? Did the doctors feel happy? Did everything change? No, right? The doctor's like, okay, fine. It's a gesture. What actually happened is the vibrations collectively changed. So if you have smaller children in your house, what were they like since the morning? Just sitting there wondering what is going on, right? And everyone in this slight state of limbo, what is going to be. And then 5 o'clock happens, people get up, they're ringing the bells, they're clapping. Suddenly there's fresh energy in the environment. The kids are excited, your pets are excited. If you saw the birds during that time, the birds were suddenly flying. So the vibration of the entire environment changed for those 10 minutes. And that is what you need to do. You want to make a difference right now? Of course, follow whatever the doctors and the government's telling you in terms of, quarantine and social distancing and hygiene and washing your hands. Oh, that's at the physical level. But at the larger environmental level, what can you do? Remain peaceful. Remind yourself of the four affirmations. I am peaceful. I am powerful. Please forgive me for the damage I've done. I create love, happiness, and peace around me. Do the chanting. Change the vibrations in your home. So I hope I have answered some amount of questions. I have given some amount of tips, and may we all sail through this difficult time by standing next to each other, supporting each other, not cribbing, not being angry, not being anxious. Those of us who feel it sometimes, I request the others to help them through those few minutes or hours of anxiety or stress or irritation, because it's bound to happen. Remember to snap out of it. Remember to come to this vibration of knowing that it's going to be okay soon. It's a process we are going through, which is required, which is powerful. But we will eventually come to a phase where the universe would have changed for the better and our lives are going to be on track. What else did I want to cover? Well, stock markets, well, do I need to say? I missed out on March predictions. I'm sorry, but intentionally so, because I saw the March charts and I said, what do I predict? I'm going to come out with these predictions and people are going to panic. So I quietly sent out a note, March predictions are going to be delayed, and I managed to get out of it. However, I promise April predictions will be coming bang on time. I promise to come with sign-wise April predictions right on time, so that you all know what to do through the month and what's going on. As far as the stock markets, like I was mentioning, so between April and May, you will have a breather time where you can try to repair your damages or do whatever, whatever you can, trade during that time or see how you can cover your damages as much. June, July, August, again, it's going to be chaotic. So plan accordingly. The good news, and I always like to focus on the good and end my lectures on a good note. October is a great month. The planets look amazing. The planets are very, very powerful. Some very unique combinations are happening. Great fresh energy. So October, we're in March. October is the 10th month. It's not that far, especially knowing that April and May is going to be okay in the middle. So October onwards, it's going to be good. So you know that you have to reach there, and you know you're going to make it. You know that this is not the end of the universe. It's not the end of the world. It's only a phase when we're moving from one phase to the other, and change can be hard. So please follow my advice. Follow the small tips that I've given you. I'm always available here in case you need me for anything. Please, any questions, just comment and I will reply back. You can also email me. My email address is, I'll give it in the description. I'm also giving you links in the description for meditation and chanting. I have lectures on meditation and chanting. Please, for God's sake, at least now go check it out and try to follow it. Bring it in your regime. Follow it through. If not now, it's going to be never. So please do it now. Right? So all the best. And I will see you soon with April 2020 predictions. And I send you all my love. May we all sail through this with a smile on our faces. Take care.